Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your girl, Billy Goat. Welcome to Billy Goat's Prophetic Vessel, or welcome back. It is great to have you guys. This is Capricorn reading. All right, we got a message for you. This is for my Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node Capricorns in regards to love. All right, so let's see what we got here. Holy Spirit. So whoever's on Capricorn's mind at the time of watching this, whoever they're thinking about at this time, what are their thoughts when it comes to my Capricorns? Oh my gosh. I don't want to take it. Guys, come on, Holy Spirit. All right. What are their thoughts when it comes to Capricorns? We have Knight of Cups in reverse. So they're thinking about like how they withheld from you, how they kept a lot of secrets, and how they were cold with you. Okay. Yeah, and how they betrayed you in the past. For a lot of you guys, just cold, ruthless, spiteful, malicious. Oh, ew, yuck. Okay, or this is how they're thinking, what they're thinking when it comes to you, Capricorns, and how you did them. Okay, with the Nine of Cups energy. So they're also thinking about how you are their wish fulfillment, but you also could be at odds at this time with this Five of Wands here. Not really speaking. What are the feelings? What are the feelings? Three of Cups in reverse. So they feel like, well, they know that they put you in a third-party situation, or they know that you put them in a third-party situation for the energies as you see fit. And they know that they feel like they didn't change, or they haven't changed with this Tower card being in reverse. So they feel like you haven't changed, depending upon what side of the story you're on here, okay? Yeah, but it's like, they feel like they offered you something that they could not keep. Like making a promise that, it's like somebody making a promise that they can't keep. Okay, like they feel like it wasn't time for them to make this offer, but it's like they made this offer, or you made this offer. Okay, they thought that they were in a more healed space, or you thought you were in a more healed space. That was not the case. Yeah, not a sword. So somebody is debating, you know, feeling like, should I fight for this connection? I don't know. Okay, I don't really know what I can give. Somebody doesn't have that much to give. Somebody could be looking at you as star quality, or you're looking at, or they know you look at them as star quality. Okay, I'm hearing somebody adds a little razzle dazzle to the life. All right, and somebody is just in deep regret here. Okay, for like the mistreatment. Knowing and feel, you know, thinking that, man, this was my wish fulfillment. It's like, why did I do that? Because somebody put somebody in a third party situation. They put their wish fulfillment in a third party situation. I would be blue too. That's the most dumbest thing you can do. Did you want the connection or not? Okay, and don't get it wrong. We are all welcome here. This is a safe and sacred space for my monogamy, poly, LGBTQIA+. All right? We are all welcomed here. God does not discriminate against love. Love is love. All right? However, at the same time, like if it's not a poly connection where there's some rules involved, because there's multiple different types of rules and everybody's in agreement and things of that nature, this is not the case here. Okay, this is not the case here. Somebody literally like brought somebody in the mix without telling somebody, or just breaking all, again, broken promises. Oh, I'm hearing Summer Walker. How you gonna throw it away? How you gonna sit and act like it was nothing? So somebody just didn't think or thought with their bottom part, because like it's like somebody fought for the third party, but didn't fight for their wish fulfillment. Yeah, and this is why somebody's heartbroken. They feel heartbroken that they did this here. Okay. But that Three of Swords energy, because they're viewing you as this very abundant, independent, like tempered energy. Okay, or this is how they know you are viewing them as. But they know they need to go through some sort of transformation in order to be with you, even if that's still an option, you know, for some of you, or you know, what they're thinking about without you. But the thing is that they have to make this decision. You know, it's like a fork in the road. Or this is what they know you have to do. Actions. Actions. Yeah, so it's like somebody's still trying to make up their mind what they should do. Oh, they trying to make up their mind what they should do, because whoever put you in a third-party situation, or whoever was the energy that put somebody in a third-party situation here, it didn't work out with the Ten of Cups in reverse, okay? And that's because it was supposed to work out with the energy that was the wish fulfillment. However, that didn't happen because somebody was in the King of Wands in reverse energy, meaning somebody was a mature in age energy, okay, where they could have utilized discernment, but they didn't. King of Wands in reverse. It's like they knew better and didn't do better. Or that's how they're feeling about you. You knowing better and you didn't do better. Knowingly and willingly. Okay? So, yeesh. Holy Spirit, what they got to say? Oh, we gonna use that deck too. Definitely what they got to say, Holy Spirit. Hurting you hurt me even more, okay? So they feel like, you know, they didn't mean to. And them hurting you hurt them. I made so many bad mistakes. I hope we can have a do-over. So they do want another chance with you. However, just because they want another chance with you doesn't mean that you have to give them one, or vice versa. Okay? Remember, you make your own decisions, literally. Free will. You deserve much more than what I could give at the time. So, again, broken promises. Remember that Ace of Pentacles, but that the Temperance was in reverse and things of that nature. That's because they made a promise that they knew they couldn't keep. But it's like they wanted you, but they were making false promises. Like they were making promises that I'm getting that they really wanted to uphold, but they didn't have the healed nature to uphold them. And that would have been, in a sense, okay had they been upfront with you before doing whatever they did, so that it wouldn't have been considered a betrayal, at least, or deceptiveness. It's how this energy went about it. Okay, that didn't make things right or fair with you, or vice versa. My heart was blocked. I was not available to receive your love when you gave it. How can you when you are dealing with third parties? I was dishonest with you and myself. I lived one big lie. And see, and that's a thing. That's definitely a thing when someone is not even being honest with themselves. How can they be honest with you? Because they're not even honest with themselves. Okay, and no, it doesn't make it right. Also, at the same time, you know, this is for some of you guys what happened here. Judgment. I'm making the decision once and for all to turn this around. So they feel like they really want to turn this around with you, or they really want you to turn this around with them. Okay, flip the energies as you see fit. But again, that's going to be up to you. Just because somebody wants to do something doesn't mean that you have to do it, or do it to the degree that they want you to. You still make your own decisions because God still gave you free will. I am lost in this world without you. It gets lonely. So again, because they know that you were the wish fulfillment. Somebody here knew that this was their wish fulfillment, but they still made those poor decisions. But you know, they got to deal with what they chose. I spend a lot of time thinking about you, wishing things were different. Okay, so a lot of thinking, a lot of reminiscing, A lot of guilt here, okay? Each day I think about how it would be like if we were together. One day I will be ready to surrender. All right, so again, you do have to be ready. You do have to choose healing. That is a thing. You do have to choose it. Nobody can choose that for you, because all the work that has to go into reparenting, relearning, unconditioning, like that takes work. And yes, it can be hard. But sitting in your misery, going through the same cycles that's putting you in the same undesired outcomes, is hard too. You gotta pick your hard. And nobody else can pick that for you, because this is your life to live. All right, final messages, Holy Spirit. I breadcrumbed and belittled you from my own insecurities. So please know this wasn't about you, or, whatever energy here. Flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story that you see fit. Somebody breadcrumbed somebody. And again, this was all projection. Okay? Because they didn't see your worth and value, or you didn't see somebody's worth and value. Flip the energies as you see fit. And no, that doesn't give a reason for somebody to mistreat someone. Okay? Because if you don't want to be mistreated, why mistreat someone? Okay, or if you didn't like how you were mistreated growing up, why put that same energy to somebody else? Karma is very real. You do get back what you put out. And I know I'm hearing some people say, well, I do put out good energy. I don't always get that back. You're just, and I understand that. I was in the same predicament. And as I've been learning more about spirituality, receiving downloads and messages and so on and so forth, like I'm learning a lot of things have to deal with and I'm not saying that you like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. We are paying back certain things from previous lifetimes. For those that believe in reincarnations, yes, we have to pay back karmic debts, settle certain things that may not have been settled in another lifetime, right? In a previous lifetime. In some cases, yes, we are paying back certain things that we did when we were younger, right? In the current lifetime, right? Paying back that karmic debt and so on and so forth, right? In some cases, we can definitely be victims of somebody else's poor decisions. And yes, that is being a victim. Why? Because you can't control somebody else's actions. You can't control somebody else's decision making. Right? So with that being said, in some cases, sometimes bad things happen to good people, not because it was necessarily meant to happen. It was a free will thing. Somebody chose to do that. It wasn't a God thing, and at times it's not a devil thing. It's somebody choosing to do something that's fucked up to somebody that's good, or somebody that was good, primarily, maybe have got caught in the crossfire when it comes to a certain situation, unfortunately, right? Because sometimes something is not just spiritual. Sometimes things are free will based. And yes, that can be fucked up too. So that was for somebody who needed a kind of like an understanding here. I'm learning how to love and connect with God. And the fact that, usually I don't take cards that don't just fall out. But the fact that I took this one because I saw it was trying to turn. This was a struggle. Or yours still is. And you know what? And you know what? That's all right. Because God would rather you have the urge and the want and the start to build a connection with him than to not have it at all. Okay? Because God does know that there have been certain circumstances in your life where you questioned where God was and you didn't understand, and you had your primary caregivers, they didn't, they had unhealed wounds. And no, it doesn't make it an excuse. God has a certain level of understanding of your predicament and certain misleadings about things, okay? So, and this is maybe some of what some of you guys may need to do, depending upon what side of the story you're on, God is cool. He's not boring. You can get mad at him sometimes because you don't understand why he's asking you to do some certain things, or why he's putting you through certain things, or you feel like he's taking a long time, you know. He's really cool. He's chill. Y'all, I do not like when my car's on the floor. I intentionally and willingly hurt you out of spite. So this is like a person throwing a rock and hiding their hand. Okay, and that's a pussy. Because why can't you be upfront with the bullshit that you do? Like the same energy you have when you do the bullshit that you do. It's like somebody want to do the bullshit that they do, but they get mad when they got to get the consequences for it. No, partner. Keep that same energy that you had when you went to do the bullshit that you went to go do. Okay? It's like somebody can dish it but can't take their own medicine. And that's a hypocrite. We have, I'm a player. Instead of being honest about my intentions with you, I'd rather be emotionally immature and play games with your heart. Okay? And we have, I'm gaslighting you. Don't let me trick you. Okay? So, this energy, you see, will you be my significant other? And I need to take accountability and responsibility for my actions. So somebody wasn't accountable. Okay. And will you be my significant other? See, it's like they really want you to be their significant other. But the thing is that at the time, they really weren't in a space because this was like an unhealed energy. Wherever you fall and lay, that still doesn't make it right for how somebody treated someone here. But it's like now someone really wants someone, but it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf type energy. Okay. It's like you cried wolf so many other times. You made so many broken promises. How do I know that this time you serious? You could have went through a transformation. You could have went to see a therapist and a life coach. You could have got your shit together. You could have did your shadow work and you operate differently now to where you are knowingly and willingly making different choices because you have a moral code of conduct now. Those things could definitely be true because people actually do change. It's not so often. Okay, and I do pray that does change. But the fact of the matter is that this person that cried wolf, or you done cried wolf so many times, somebody don't have any trust for energy. It's a lack of trust here because of how somebody was. Somebody was just like, somebody had to be humbled because it was like they was just going around with no moral code of conduct, didn't care how they impacted somebody, how they made somebody feel, how they treated people. This was like a kid. So somebody had to learn how to treat somebody here, how to treat people, okay? And things of that nature. I mean, man. Look, I breadcrumbed and belittled you from my own insecurities, and I intentionally and willingly hurt you out of spite. That's really somebody hurt. Like, who hurt you? Who traumatized you? For you to even have the heart to do this to someone and not be upfront with them. You know? That's real ruthless. Okay. Now for those of you guys that are interested in this deck, this is the What They Got to Say deck. This deck was created by us, Don Juan Spiritual Guidance, and my spiritual team, the Holy Spirit. This is a soulmate twin flame and karmic connections deck and is currently available for pre-order only. All right. I will link the website to this deck below for those that would like it. Okay. There is also, when you get to the checkout section, a PayPal option for those that want to pay in increments, okay? This is a 70 card oracle deck, all right? So if you're dealing with any of these connections, this deck is definitely helpful to provide insight. And just like anything else, you take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay, you're still responsible for making your own decisions. All right. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can feel free to do so via the website link that is linked in the description box below. DonJuanSpiritualGuidance.com. Again, that is the only way to book a reading with us, my spiritual team and I. All right. So thank you guys for your love and support here. It is truly, truly appreciated. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out. Deuces.